It's Thursday, August 8th, 2025, and I'm Dave Soap. 4 things to know today. Ransomware groups Akira and Lynx ramp up attacks on MSPs using stolen credentials. CISA releases Thorium, an open-source malware lab for the rest of us. Prompt injection in Google's AI exposes Workspace to phishing from the inside. And SonicWall VPNs are under active attack. Your tools are the target. All that and more. This is the business of tech. 2 sophisticated ransomware groups, Akira and Lynx, are increasingly targeting managed service providers and small businesses with advanced techniques that exploit stolen credentials and vulnerabilities. Together, these operations have compromised over 365 organizations, showcasing their effectiveness in accessing high-value infrastructure providers. The Akira Group, which has targeted 220 victims, including major firms like Hitachi Vantara, has shifted its tactics from traditional phishing to leveraging stolen administrative credentials. Meanwhile, Lynx has struck about 145 victims, focusing on private businesses and critical infrastructure, including a CBS affiliate in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Both groups employ double extortion tactics, combining file encryption with data theft to pressure their victims into paying ransoms. And while I'm on ransomware, the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency has announced the public release of Thorium, an open-source platform designed for malware and forensic analysis. Thorium can automate tasks and handle over 1,700 jobs per second while processing more than 10 million files per hour. The platform improves cybersecurity operations by integrating various tools and supports software analysis, digital forensics, and incident response, allowing analysts to effectively address complex malware threats. It aims to empower a wider audience, including IT professionals without in-house malware analysis capabilities, to perform effective preliminary analyses and better manage risks. For installation instructions and access, users can visit CISA's official GitHub repository. Additionally, SonicWall is urging its customers to disable SSL Virtual Private Network after reports of ransomware attacks targeting its systems surfaced. This warning comes after Google's announcement that its AI-powered bug hunter, Big Sleep, has identified 20 security vulnerabilities in popular open-source software, including FFmpeg and ImageMagick. Heather Adkins, Google's vice president of security, mentioned that although these vulnerabilities have not yet been patched, their discovery demonstrates AI's potential in automating vulnerability detection. However, concerns remain about the reliability of AI-generated bug reports, with some developers experiencing false positives. And a recently discovered prompt injection vulnerability in Google's Gemini AI chatbot presents serious security risks, enabling attackers to craft convincing phishing campaigns. Researchers have shown that by embedding malicious instructions within emails, attackers can manipulate the chatbot to generate fake security alerts, potentially deceiving users into revealing sensitive information. The flaw does not rely on links or attachments and exploits designed HTML and CSS within the email body. Although Google has previously tried to address similar vulnerabilities, researchers from the security firm ZeroDin warn that this technique remains effective. The impact could go beyond Gemini, potentially affecting other Google Workspace products, as malicious actors might exploit this vulnerability to compromise multiple accounts through automated systems. Security experts advise strengthening defenses, including sanitizing HTML inputs and monitoring chatbot outputs for sensitive data. Why do we care? Providers, you're now prime targets. Again, Akira and Lynx, 2 ransomware gangs, have hit over 365 organizations, including MSPs and SMBs, using stolen admin credentials and skipping the phishing. It isn't theoretical, it's infrastructure-level compromise. But add to that, CISA dropped Thorium, an open-source malware analysis engine that chews through 10 million files an hour. That's a gift, if you use it. Most of you don't have a malware lab, and now you don't need one, so no excuses. But here's the other side. SonicWall VPNs are under attack, and customers are being told to shut them off. You better be on top of that or ready to answer hard questions. And let's not ignore Google. Their AI bot Gemini has a prompt injection bug. Attackers don't need links or attachments, just clever HTML. That means your Google Workspace installs are now phishing vectors from the inside out. The stacks we rely on, SonicWall, Google, even AI detection, are full of holes. The bad guys are evolving, and are you keeping pace? This episode is supported by Comet Backup. Not all heroes wear capes. Some live among us, quietly saving businesses one help desk ticket at a time. Whether you're battling ransomware, hardware failure, or human error, Comet's powerful backup and recovery solutions put you in control. Manage all your backups in Comet's simple, centralized platform. Protect computers, servers, virtual environments, emails, and databases. When disaster strikes, be the hero your business needs. With Comet Backup, you're not just saving the data, you're saving the day. Comet Backup, for the everyday IT heroes. Visit cometbackup.com to start your free 30-day trial today. Get $100 free credit when you sign up with the promo code MSP Radio. Comet Backup. Be the hero. Save the day. And so, some context. A new report from Level Blue reveals a concerning threefold increase in cybersecurity incidents during the first half of 2025, driven by sophisticated social engineering attacks. The report, titled Fool Me Once: How Cybercriminals Are Mastering the Art of Deception, shows that the percentage of Level Blue customers experience incidents surged from 6% in late 2024 to 17% this year. Notably, social engineering attacks now account for 39% of initial access incidents, with fake CAPTCHA schemes, particularly click-fix campaigns, rising by an alarming 1,450%. The report outlines several recommendations for organizations, including educating users on emerging threats and implementing stricter access protocols. Shadow artificial intelligence is a growing concern for organizations, with IBM's recent report revealing that breaches related to unauthorized AI tool usage cost companies an average of $4.63 million, 16% higher than the global average. The report highlights that while only 13% of organizations reported AI-related security incidents, a staggering 97% lacked adequate access controls for these systems, exposing sensitive data to potential threats. According to the research conducted by IBM and the Ponemon Institute, 60% of AI-related security incidents led to compromised data, with personal identifiable information at risk in 65% of cases. Experts warn that the governance of AI remains a significant weakness, with 63% of breached organizations lacking established policies. Why do we care? Social engineering is making a strong comeback, and it's no longer just about phishing. Level Blue reports attacks have increased threefold, with those fake CAPTCHA campaigns soaring by over 1,400%. That's not a mistake. This tactic tricks users by mimicking everyday prompts, and it's proving effective. Then there's Shadow AI. IBM states that breaches involving unauthorized AI tools cost nearly $5 million on average. Also, 97% of organizations, they lack access controls. Translation: your clients are probably using AI tools they don't understand and unknowingly exposing data. So why do we care? Because this is risk you should see coming. Your clients' users are now the new weak spot, and AI isn't helping. It's making things worse if you're not watching. So start auditing, start training, and for the love of uptime, start asking how AI is being used before it burns your house down. And how about some boring technologies and their implications? In 2025, email continues to be the cornerstone of business communication across various industries, despite the growing popularity of instant messaging and collaboration tools. A recent report surveying 4,009 IT leaders from the UK, US, Germany, and Australia reveals a significant paradox. While businesses increasingly depend on email for accountability and professionalism, many still managing it using outdated processes and insufficient investment. The report emphasizes that IT leaders are tasked with securing critical communication channels, modernizing legacy workflows, and ensuring compliance, yet often lack the necessary tools and authority to achieve these objectives effectively. And a recent report from HP Wolf Security reveals that many organizations are neglecting printer security, exposing critical data to increasing cyber threats. The survey, which included over 800 IT and security decision makers worldwide, found that only 36% of IT teams apply printer firmware updates promptly, despite spending an average of 3.5 hours per printer each month on security management. Vulnerabilities exist throughout the printer lifecycle, with only 38% of respondents indicating collaboration among procurement, IT, and security teams during the supplier selection phase. Additionally, 70% expressed concerns about offline threats, highlighting the need for improved security measures. Why do we care? Email and printers. Boring, right? And that's exactly the problem. Email is still the lifeblood of business communication, but most companies treat it like it's 2005, outdated processes, poor investment, and no real governance. IT teams are supposed to secure, modernize, and make it compliant with duct tape and wishful thinking. And printers, still a nightmare. HP says only 36% of companies even update firmware on time. Most don't loop security into purchasing decisions. Meanwhile, that printer's sitting on the network, pumping out contracts, HR docs, and medical records, completely exposed. These overlooked systems are real risks. If you're not talking to your clients about securing email and printers, someone else will. There's budget hiding in plain sight, and it's not glamorous, but it's yours to claim. Ingram Micro CEO Paul Bay confirmed that some data was exfiltrated from the company's systems during its ransomware attack in July. The incident disrupted several internal systems and forced the company to take its ordering systems offline for nearly a week. In their recent earnings call, Bay noted that while the company reported a 10.9% increase in sales, reaching $12.79 billion, the attack's effect will result in a more cautious outlook for the third fiscal quarter. The cybercriminal group SafePay claimed responsibility for the breach. The company's quick response included notifying law enforcement and engaging third-party cybersecurity experts to assist in the investigation and recovery process. Jen Easterly has joined the Strategic Advisory Board of Huntress, a cybersecurity company known for its managed detection and response services. The appointment aligns with Huntress's efforts to strengthen its strategic initiatives and reinforce its dedication to delivering effective security solutions for SMBs. Easterly brings extensive experience from our previous role as the director of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, where she focused on enhancing national cybersecurity resilience. CrowdStrike has introduced 2 new services focused on strengthening the security of AI systems and integrating AI into security operations. The services, called AI Systems Security Assessment and AI for SecOps Readiness, aim to help organizations manage the challenges of securing AI technologies while using artificial intelligence to enhance operational efficiency. The AI Systems Security Assessment offers organizations insights into AI usage and vulnerabilities, including shadow AI and misconfigurations. Meanwhile, the AI for SecOps Readiness service prepares security teams to effectively utilize AI in their detection and response processes, ensuring organizations keep up with adversaries who are increasingly using AI for attacks. Galactic Advisors has obtained a patent for a user-activated penetration testing tool. This system enables managed service providers to perform forensic-level vulnerability assessments without requiring administrative credentials, greatly reducing security risks. The patented system simplifies the assessment process by allowing security analysis with just one click, while avoiding the collection and storage of sensitive login information. This method not only delivers actionable vulnerability data, but also minimizes potential threats related to credential management, as demonstrated by 2 recent vulnerabilities listed in the MITRE CVE database. WatchGuard Technologies has announced the launch of its next-generation Firebox Tabletop series, designed to provide managed service providers with advanced firewall security, artificial intelligence-powered threat detection, and eco-conscious hardware. The new appliances, especially optimizes for SMBs, feature improved virtual private network and unified threat management performance, addressing common challenges faced by businesses, particularly in remote and hybrid work environments. The Firebox T185 model stands out with a 250% increase in branch office VPN performance compared to its predecessor, while the entry-level T115W model offers Wi-Fi 7 technology. General availability for the Firebox T185 begins this August, with the other models set to roll out later in the fall. Dropbox is discontinuing its password manager, Dropbox Passwords, which will be fully shut down on October 28, 2025. Users are advised to transfer their passwords to alternative applications such as 1Password before that deadline. Starting August 28th, the service will transition to a view-only mode, disabling the ability to add new information and deactivating the autofill functionality. The mobile app will cease to function on September 11th, and all stored passwords will be permanently deleted from Dropbox's servers on the final shutdown date. Dropbox launched this service in 2020 after acquiring the password manager Vault in 2019, but the company is now refocusing its efforts on enhancing core features in its main product. Why do we care? Well, let's talk about the stories you might skip, because they actually matter more than the flashy ones. Ingram Micro confirmed data was stolen in their ransomware hit. That's your distributor. If they go offline again, your hardware orders might stop too. Don't assume the supply chain is fine. And let's not skip this. Ingram waited weeks before confirming that data was actually stolen in the attack. Systems went down in July. The channel noticed. But by the way, data got out line? That came during the earnings call in August. It's not transparent. That's damage control. And if your MSP depends on a vendor that hides impact until the next quarterly call, it's time to ask, who really owns the risk? Huntress just brought in Jen Easterly, ex-CISA chief, to its advisory board. That's a credibility play. It means they want to be seen not just as a security vendor, but as the authority for SMB defense. I noticed. CrowdStrike's pushing hard on AI, 2 new services for AI risk and AI-powered SecOps. They're ahead of the curve, but they're also drawing a map for the rest of us. Galactic's new patent lets you run a pen test without admin creds. One click, for real. That's productized security done right. Less risk, more value. And Dropbox, they're killing off their password manager in October. If you gave that to clients during the pandemic, start the migration now, or deal with the fire later. The vendors you depend on are shifting fast. Your credibility, your services, and your client trust, all riding on how fast you adapt. Support for the show comes from ScalePad. Ever feel like you're doing all the work, but no one sees it? That's the reality for a lot of MSPs. You're putting out fires, chasing spreadsheets, juggling client requests. But when it's time to show value, crickets. That's where ScalePad comes in. Trusted by over 10,000 MSPs, ScalePad solutions help you turn invisible effort into visible impact. Pulling together the tools you already use, from reporting, quoting, compliance, and asset planning, into one easy platform. So instead of chasing details, you're leading smarter conversations. Because doing great work is one thing, getting credit for it, that's where the real business growth happens. ScalePad helps you show value, build client trust, and lead with confidence. Learn more at scalepad.com/Dave. Thanks for listening. It's National Pale Ale Day and National India Pale Ale Day. It's National Raspberries and Cream Day and National Sea Serpent Day. Well, one of those isn't real. Have you seen an IPA? Tomorrow you get my interview with Nett Lynch, who talks cybersecurity. And you'll want to hear about the tabletop exercises you can do with your customers. On Saturday, the live show's in your feed as Kate O'Neill and I talk about workflows and aligning with customer organizations. And on Sunday, Noelle Russell from the AI Leadership Institute is on the show. She was the keynote speaker at ChannelCon, and you'll learn about AI as a baby tiger. We're looking for feedback on a newsletter offering. Visit bit.ly/BizTechNewsletter with a Z, link in the show notes and description. It's 3 quick questions. The Business of Tech is written and produced by me, Dave Sobel, under ethics guidelines posted at businessof.tech. If you've enjoyed the show, make sure you've subscribed or followed on your favorite platform. It's free and helps directly. Give us a review, too. If you want to support the show, visit patreon.com/MSPradio, and you'll get access to content early. Or buy our Why Do We Care merch at businessof.tech. Have a question you want answered? We take listener questions, send them in, ideally as a voice memo or video to question@mspradio.com. I answer listener questions live on our Wednesday live show on YouTube and LinkedIn. If you've got a comment or a thought on a story, put it in the comments if you're on YouTube, or reach out on LinkedIn if you're listening to the podcast. And if you want to advertise on the show, visit mspradio.com/engage. Once again, thanks for listening, and I will talk to you again on our next episode.
Part of the MSP Radio Network.